Hey, what's up? Welcome to DGen Ed. That's degenerative education, meaning none of this is financial advice. Just me having fun looking at charts like the charts behind me. And so the SPY does track the S&P 500, but this ETF does include pre-market and after hours trading. It looks like it's down. Actually, it looks like it's green now. It's right around flat. So yesterday we went up almost 2%, going up 1.82% on the 15th, got a pretty nice gap up. So I think that looks really good. But one thing to be wary of is if we do look at, the, I believe, all-time high for the SPY, that was, let's see, $607.03. That was hit on December 6th. From that, we can draw a trend line or array, just so we get, two pivot points. And so I might get that other pivot point to be, let's see, the closing price from December 26th. And so we've got this nice little downtrend there that we're not exactly up to that level. I do think that will be acting as resistance, and I might actually make that yellow so it stands out more and doesn't contrast with the red candles there, or have a conflict of interest with them. So yeah, yellow stands out there. This has been notable resistance in the past, and so I am wondering if, let's see, what is a level that could be getting to right around there. That will be around $600. It looks like $596.07. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Really just being an arbitrary level, but we will revisit this in future pre-market prep videos so we can kind of see how that performs. What would be really nice is if we actually break above that and then maybe get some resistance right around the all-time high, but then pull back to that downtrend, then test it as support, and then go higher. And so that's what I would like to see. And to be honest, that's kind of what I anticipate seeing. And the reason for that is I just think that there are a lot of things that will be happening with the new administration. I got some options orders canceled there. That's what that alert is that popped up behind Ed. So I'll have to reset those. Really just selling covered calls. But anyways, with the new administration, I do think that stocks could be rallying to new all-time highs, and I think that 2025, which I have covered in prior videos, I think 2025 is going to be synonymous with 2021, which was a bull market before the bear market of 2022. So I think we've got a lot of opportunities. And so, yeah, I just wanted to put this up here, the SPY, because we can look at the pre-market trading. And if I do switch over to the 10-minute time frame, we actually got, kind of a wick up to nearly that level that I had drawn. Got a wick up to $595.60 about 20 minutes ago. It was pretty recent, and we did kind of form tops around $595. So we'll see where we open. It looks like this is where we closed. And so, yeah, we'll have to see if we do gap up again or if we start to kind of form some tops. But yeah, so this is the SPY. Oh, and, I had talked about with the SPX, which I'll go over in just 1 second, possibility of there being a head and shoulders pattern. In that video, I had talked about thinking that it will be invalidated, that this is actually bullish consolidation. So let's look over at the SPX. And this one, unfortunately, doesn't have pre-market or after hours trading. So I'm just going to be looking at the daily with this one. But these are the levels that I did go over in that recent video, which I'll actually just pull up here so you guys can see it. And so that video, if I do scroll down here, it's this one with a little cat that is screaming there, claymation cat. I'd recommend checking that video out. I think it will be a good guide for the new year. But of course, I could be wrong. It could end up playing out as a head and shoulders pattern. But I don't really see that. We got this, really closed Friday. Let's see, below this purple line, which a lot of people were talking about, that being the neckline of this head and shoulders pattern. But it just seemed to me to be a little too ugly, like it had gotten invalidated more or less with these wicks, and actually this, open below that level. So I just wasn't too compelled by it. We did close below on Friday, below that purple line, and then actually gap down, opening lower on Monday the 13th, but then reclaiming this light blue downtrend, which as you can see is the base of this parallel channel. So got, nice bounces here, and that to me actually seems like it's a more valid neckline for the head and shoulders. But I just don't think that that's playing out. I think that, too many people were drawing this up saying, the top is in, the top is in. I just think that the new technological advancements that we're seeing, the new administration, going to be sending stocks higher this year. And then what we saw on Tuesday, we did on Monday, I should say, reclaim that light blue downtrend. We also reclaimed the low that was hit on Friday the 10th. But on Tuesday, this was kind of like, a little bit of a tense time because we did continue higher, but then we pulled back over the course of the day on Tuesday. Looks like we got rejected from that purple neckline, I should say. And then wicked lower to test that low as well as the downtrend, but closed higher. So that looked good, but it was kind of, in this precarious, middle zone, being between this purple neckline and the base of that channel and that low. But then, of course, on Wednesday, we gapped up. And in my view, looking pretty good. But just like with the SPY, I am going to draw a downtrending ray, going to the same exact days, the same exact levels that I drew on the SPY. And so that is a level that we might be seeing some resistance at, and that is going to be at around $5,980. So I'm just going to make that a little bit thicker and make that red. I could see that being some resistance, just like over here, but then just like over here, I think we could see a move higher, retest that as support before continuing higher. And so we'll have to see about that. But, if we do get rejected at this yellow downtrend, I don't think that would be such a big deal. We have been forming lower lows here, really, I guess, just between these two here. And so if we do pull back, but then find this purple line around $5,865 as support, I think that could be setting us up for a breakout of this downtrend, a move to getting back above $6,000 a share, getting back up to this trend line, and perhaps, I suspect, putting in new all-time highs. And like I said, going over in, let's see, this video, I think that we could be heading up to around $7,000 a share this year, but I do think that we could be putting in a top, so good to be paying attention to that.